Matt here with Mobile Solar Consulting. Today, I'm showing you a 3,200 watt solar system that we put on this Riverstone Legacy RV. Let's go see how we fit these panels on the roof. This RV is 43 feet long, 13 and a half high, and over 8 feet wide. So it's about as big as they come. It left us plenty of room to fit all 16 of these 200 watt panels and still have room for a nice walkway all the way up through and room around the sides to access all the air conditioners. We also installed soft starts on all 3 air conditioners and a brand new skylight while we were up here. One nice thing about this layout is most of the RVs we're working on, the air conditioners are like a foot high. The panels are being packed as tightly as we can fit them. And shading kind of impacts the production of the panels because you got the sun coming in at an angle, the air conditioner shading the panel. The panel has no real airflow because it's right up against the next panel. So it's heating up and producing a little less. And this is so nice and spaced out, and the air conditioners are low profile. So we were really excited. This has only been operating for a little over a day, and we've already seen it hit almost exactly 3,200 watts. So we were stoked, and this is performing great because of the amount of space we had up here. To start off, in this cabinet, we installed 15 kilowatt hours of batteries. We chose the Rich Solar Alpha 5 Pro because it is an extremely compact battery, and the dimensions just kind of happen to fit this space really well. We don't often use server rack batteries in RVs just because of the shape. It doesn't fit a lot of the spaces that we have available, but in this case, it fit perfectly. We started with 3. We left room for a 4th to be added later if needed, but this is a lot of power. And another reason we chose these batteries is because this is a 48 volt system. When we are trying to avoid running wires from the roof through the vehicle to this compartment, we're using one set of factory wiring for all those 3,200 watt panels. If you're using a 24 volt system, you're kind of limited by the biggest size of a Victron charge controller, which is 100 amps, right? 100 amps times 24 volts. I wouldn't put more than, let's say, 25, 26, 27, maybe 2,800 watts on a single Victron charge controller. After that, you're gonna need another set of wires through the roof and another charge controller to handle any excess power. So this allowed us to put 3,200 watts on one set of wires, and a small 60 amp charge controller is actually handling all of that power. Moving over to this side of the compartment, this wall was actually never here. It was a flimsy piece of plastic. We replaced it with aluminum framing and King starboard, which is a HDPE backer board. So we basically made ourselves a sturdy wall to mount the Lynx distributor, which holds all of our fuses, and the Lynx shunt, which keeps track of the battery percentage. Moving over to this side, we've got the Serbo GX. That's taking care of all our monitoring, as well as automating the fans. You don't see the fans, but there's 6 fans up top ventilating the inverters and charge controller, and then there's a fan hidden behind this wall as well, and that's just exhausting hot air out of the vehicle completely. Moving to the middle here, we've got our 2 multi-plus 3,000 watt inverters. This is powering the coach, so you can power 2 air conditioners and then some. And it's also gonna charge really fast when you're plugged into shore power or running the gym. We have our lead installer here, Sailor. What's that? What's that? Oh yeah, she said that if there's ever not enough sunlight, you can just leave a bowl of turkey right here and it'll recharge itself. Is that right? One thing that's special about this coach is it has a central control system and touchscreen called Firefly. Firefly is really nice because you can control everything in your RV from this one screen. You can control all your air conditioners, your slides, dim your lighting, and you can see what's going on electrically, turn on and off your generator. The downside is that Firefly also is going to prevent you from turning on your air conditioners when you don't have shore power. To avoid draining your batteries or overloading your generator. So obviously we've got to outsmart this system, and sometimes it takes a software update. Sometimes it takes a kind of complicated setup of transfer switches and sensors to cause the system to think that you have shore power when you really don't. So if you're working around this in your coach, give us a call. We can get you some more info. Of course, we're adding our own touchscreen as well. We've got the Victron Touch 70 here. This gives the owners visibility and control over their system. It's also going to give them a view of the tanks, so they can see how much is remaining in their propane tanks thanks to the Bluetooth Mopica sensors, and temperature as well. So we've got temperature sensors on the system, so they can keep an eye on their cabin temperatures, both here, but also more importantly, remotely, in case they're keeping an eye on a pet or a child while they're out exploring. If you need help designing or installing a solar system for your RV, especially one that needs to work around Firefly or another central touch panel, give us a call or schedule a time to stop by using the link in the description.